My family wrapped an eviction notice as my birthday present. They wanted me out of my own house so my sister could move in. I didn't yell. I just made one phone call. Part 1. My mother handed me a gift-wrapped box at my 34th birthday dinner. Ribbon. Bow. The whole thing. I opened it in front of 14 family members. Inside was a printed letter giving me 60 days to vacate my own house. The house I own. The house with my name on the deed. The house I paid $187,000 for. They wanted me out so my sister Vanessa could move in with her husband and 3 kids. Let me back up. I'm Naomi. 34. Single. No kids. I work as a logistics coordinator for a distribution company. I make $74,000 a year, which isn't rich but it's stable, and I'm disciplined with money in a way that makes my family deeply uncomfortable. I don't lease German cars. I don't carry credit card balances. I meal prep on Sundays. I bought my house at 29 with a conventional mortgage after saving for 6 years. My family interprets this as me not having a life. Vanessa is 37. Married to Darnell for 9 years. 3 kids, 7, 5, and 2. They've been renting a 3-bedroom apartment for the last 4 years. Darnell works in auto sales. Vanessa works part-time at a daycare. They make decent money combined, but they spend like it multiplies in their sleep. New furniture every year. 2 car notes. Vacations they finance. A $400 a month clothing habit Vanessa calls self-care. 6 months ago, their landlord sold the building. New ownership raised the rent by $600. Vanessa and Darnell couldn't absorb the increase, so they started looking for somewhere cheaper. Couldn't find anything in the school district they wanted. Started getting stressed. Started calling my mother. Started calling me. Naomi, can we stay with you for a few weeks while we figure things out? I said yes. Because I'm an idiot who thought a few weeks meant a few weeks. They moved in on March 8th. Vanessa, Darnell, the 3 kids, 2 dogs, and a U-Haul full of furniture I didn't have room for. My 3-bedroom house, my quiet, organized, carefully maintained 3-bedroom house, became a daycare, a kennel, and a storage unit overnight. The kids took over the guest room and the office. My office. Where I do my remote work 2 days a week. Gone. Replaced with bunk beds and a portable crib. Darnell put his weight bench in my garage without asking. Vanessa rearranged my kitchen cabinets within the first week because my system didn't make sense. I didn't say anything. Because they were family. Because they needed help. Because I told myself it was temporary. Week 3, Vanessa signed her kids up for the local elementary school. Not the school in their old district. My school district. The one attached to my address. I asked her about it casually. Did you register them here? Yeah. It's a better school. But you're only staying a few weeks, right? They're old school. Naomi, we can't just keep pulling them in and out of schools. It's disruptive. They need stability. Stability. In my house. That she'd been in for 3 weeks. Week 5, Darnell started getting his mail delivered to my address. Not forwarded. New accounts. New subscriptions. A credit card statement. I found it in my mailbox and brought it inside. Darnell, your credit card statement came here. Oh yeah, I switched a few things over. Easier this way. Easier for who? Week 7, Vanessa told my mother, not me, my mother, that they weren't leaving. Naomi's house has plenty of room. The kids are settled. It doesn't make sense to move again. My mother called me that night. Not to ask. To inform. Naomi, Vanessa says the kids are doing so well in their new school. I think it makes sense for them to stay through the school year at least. Through the school year? Mom, that's 8 more months. It's not like you're using all that space. It's my space. I'm using it by living in it. Alone. Peacefully. The way I chose. Well, you don't have kids, so you don't understand how hard it is to uproot them? I don't have kids, so my house is up for grabs? Is that the rule? Don't be dramatic, Naomi. Dramatic. The word my family uses whenever I object to something they've already decided. I told Vanessa the next day. Direct. Clear. I need you guys to find a place by the end of next month. I love you, I'm glad I could help, but this was always temporary and I need my house back. Vanessa stared at me. Where are we supposed to go? Anywhere you can afford. There are apartments in Greystone. There are townhomes near the highway. Darnell's parents have a basement. Darnell's parents' basement? With 3 kids? You want us to go to a basement? I want you to go to your own place. Whatever that looks like. You have 3 bedrooms and you live alone. You don't even use the guest room. It's my guest room. In my house. That I pay for. She called my mother within the hour. My mother called me within 2 hours. My father called me within 3. My Aunt Lorraine called me before dinner. 4 phone calls in one afternoon, all delivering the same message. You're being selfish. You have room. They have kids. You're single. She's a mother. Your house is too big for one person. You don't need all that space. Nobody asked me what I needed. Nobody said, thank you for the 7 weeks. Nobody acknowledged that I'd opened my home to 5 people and 2 dogs without charging a dollar. The only thing they processed was that I'd said no, and that was intolerable. My birthday was 2 weeks later. My mother hosted 14 people. Dinner at her house. I showed up thinking the storm had passed. Thinking maybe the family had quietly accepted reality and Vanessa was apartment hunting. I was wrong. After dinner, my mother brought out a cake. Sang happy birthday. Then she placed a wrapped box in front of me. Square. Medium-sized. Silver paper. White ribbon. My name on the tag in her handwriting. Open it, she said, smiling. I opened it. Inside was a single piece of paper. Folded in thirds. I unfolded it. It was a printed letter on my father's law firm letterhead. He's a paralegal, not a lawyer, but he has access to the templates and he used one. The letter was addressed to me. It stated that as the owner of the property, I was being respectfully requested to vacate within 60 days to allow for family housing needs. It cited no law. It had no legal authority. It was theatrical garbage on stolen letterhead. But it was inside a birthday present. Handed to me by my mother. In front of 14 family members. At my own birthday dinner. I looked at it. Read every word. Then I looked up. My mother was smiling. Not cruelly, she genuinely believed this was a reasonable ask presented in a festive way. Vanessa was watching from across the table with the expression of a woman who had rehearsed sympathy. Darnell was eating cake. My father stood behind my mother's chair with his arms crossed, chin up, the posture of a man who thought he'd just executed a legal maneuver. We all talked about it, my mother said gently. Vanessa's family needs the house more than you do right now. You're doing so well, you could rent a nice apartment downtown. Be closer to work. It'll be like an upgrade. An upgrade. Leaving my own house so my sister could have it. Framed as a gift. 14 people were watching me. Some looked uncomfortable. Some looked curious. My cousin Tamika was staring at the letter with her mouth slightly open. I folded the letter. Put it back in the box. Put the lid on. Thank you, I said. My voice was perfectly level. Excuse me for a minute. I walked to the bathroom. Closed the door. Sat on the edge of the tub. And pulled out my phone. I made one call.